Modern Warfare 3 has so many different weapons you can choose from. And today I'll be showing you guys the top 5 best class setups you can use right now. And make sure you guys stick around until the end because I'll be showing you guys a bonus class setup. Yes, a cat. Yes, say what's up to everyone. Okay. So the first weapon we got here is the MCW, aka the ACR. And this is easily the best assault rifle you can use right now in Modern Warfare 3. Starting off with the barrel, the 16.5 Cyclone long barrel. Out of all the barrels for this gun, this is easily the best one that you can use. Oh, like the streamers, content creators, we're all using this barrel. You get bullet velocity and range, and you get 3 ticks for that, so that's gonna increase it a lot. You also get aiming idle sway, so your gun's not doing this weird little bob that guns typically do nowadays in newer COD games. You also get firing aim stability. So when you're shooting your weapon, your sights are not going to be bouncing around that much. This is definitely the best barrel. Next up for the muzzle, we have the Shadow Strike Suppressor. You'll probably be seeing this on a lot of my class setups in the future, but this is a suppressor in the game where you're undetectable by the radar, so you're staying off the radar and you have literally no cons. There is no disadvantage to rocking this suppressor. You literally just stay off the radar, and that's why I love this attachment so much. Comparing it to other suppressors in this game, you lose out on a lot of ADS speed, a lot of sprint to fire speed. This suppressor, you lose out on recoil control. Next up, moving on to the ammunition, this is an attachment that is literally going to make this class setup overpowered as hell. We have the NATO high grain rounds. This is an attachment that a lot of people kind of discovered recently and put it on their class setups. You get more bullet velocity and more damage range. You lose out on some recoil control. I know that's probably going to concern some people, but do not worry. This class setup will not have any recoil to manage whatsoever. Next up for the magazine, the 40 round mag. I just think this is pretty essential on the class setup. I think by default, this gun has 30 bullets in the magazine, which is honestly not much. And lastly for the stock, the RB Regal heavy stock. Once again, in my opinion, out of all the stocks you can run on this weapon, this is the best. You get recoil control, you get gun kick control, 2 ticks for each one, which is amazing. You don't really lose out on a ton of hip fire spread, sprint to fire speed, ADS speed. So you're gonna turn this gun into an absolute laser with this attachment. And like I said, guys, this is easily like one of the best, if not the best assault rifle class to use. I mean, as you can see, the recoil on this gun is basically non-existent. You can literally just, yeah, take out anyone. There's no recoil. Next on our list, we're gonna be checking out the Striker submachine gun. This is the first submachine gun you unlock in the game, and recently they buffed this thing, and it is definitely the meta SMG. Starting off with the barrel, this gun doesn't really have a ton of options, but in my opinion, the Striker Recon long barrel is the best option. You get bullet velocity and range, and also aiming idle sway, so you're not gonna be swaying your gun when you're aiming down your sights. You're also gonna be increasing the bullet velocity, so your bullets are gonna be traveling faster, as well as range to, you know, have that SMG be a little bit better in those medium range engagements. Comparing it to some of these other barrels, it's just not really worth it. This decreases the bullet velocity and the damage range, which is really not that great. This one, it does give you a slight benefits here and there, but overall you're losing out on some hip fire spread, which you'll be doing a lot with SMGs, and some movement speed, some sprint to fire speed. Moving on to the muzzle, as you guys can see, the Shadow Strike Suppressor. Obviously you're gonna be staying off the radar. You're gonna have no cons with this attachment, so I absolutely love it. Moving on to the ammunition, very similar to the MCW, we're gonna be rocking the auto high grain rounds. We're gonna be increasing the bullet velocity, increasing the damage range, but also when you kill enemies, there won't be an enemy skull that pops up. So you're gonna be staying off the radar with that suppressor. When you kill enemies, there won't be a skull, like a visual representation, and the enemies really won't know where their teammate died. They won't really have an indication at all. This is a great attachment, honestly. You're gonna be losing out on some recoil control, but I'll show you guys after this. This gun literally has no recoil, very similar to the MCW. Moving on to the magazine, we have the 48 round mag. I actually recently just unlocked this attachment like last night. I used to rock the 60 round drum because I loved having 60 bullets in the magazine, but you lose out on some ADS speed, some movement speed. You're gonna be slowing this gun down a lot, so it's really not worth it. I think the 48 round magazine is perfect. And lastly, for the rear grip, we have the Sakin ZX grip. This is gonna make sure you have a little bit more gun kick control, recoil control, and firing aim stability. versatility. Overall, guys, with the most recent buff, this is easily, I mean, without a doubt, the best SMG in the game. And even if you mount up and post up, like, you can get people from far ranges. Obviously, close range, medium range, no recoil. You're gonna be taking out enemies fairly quick. Next on our list, we're gonna be taking a look at the BAS-B battle rifle. And this is definitely a gun that not many people are using, but you should. Starting out with the muzzle, we'll be running the Husher 65 silencer. You're gonna be getting, obviously, more bullet velocity, more firing, aim stability. You're gonna be staying off the radar. Yes, you lose out on some ADS speed and some aiming idle sway, but do not worry, it's really not gonna be that noticeable. But I really like this suppressor just because it gives it a lot more bullet velocity. It is a battle rifle, so it's gonna be a little bit more slower compared to like an AR or something. Next up for the underbarrel, the Bruin Pivot vertical grip. Now this gun definitely has a lot of vertical recoil. That's why we're, using this attachment. You're gonna be getting gun kick control, vertical recoil control, aiming idle sway, firing, aim stability. This attachment is going to really help this class setup and turn it into an absolute laser. Moving on to the magazine, the 30 round mag is like essential. This thing only has, I believe by default, 20 bullets in the magazine, which is kind of crazy. So definitely throw on the 30 round magazine. It's gonna help you guys out a lot. Moving on to the rear grip, the STT-88 grip. This is gonna help you out with firing, aim stability, gun kick control, recoil control. I feel like these battle rifles have so much recoil to manage. So we're kind of looking at attachments to really make it into an absolute laser and to help you guys out with the recoil control. And lastly, for the optic, the slate reflector. I wasn't a huge fan of the iron sights in this gun, and I feel like you guys really wouldn't be either. So in my opinion, the slate reflector is going to really help you guys out when you're using this gun, give you a clear picture, and you're going to be able to hit your targets very easily. Overall, man, this is a weapon you should be using. I mean, like, look at that, bro. It's definitely one of the top weapons to use right now. It acts as an AR, and like I said, man, it's super underrated. You kind of have to use this gun ASAP. Next on our list is the Holger 5.56 assault rifle, and this weapon was actually banned in competitive play because of how good it is. So starting off with the barrel, I actually love running the Banner 80 light barrel. This is more of a barrel where it will contribute to ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed. Obviously, ARs are not as fast as SMGs in this game, so having that movement speed and that sprint to fire speed increase will really help you guys out with this assault rifle. If you don't want to rock this barrel, I kind of recommend the Cryo 6 match as well. You'll get an increase in bullet velocity and range, so you'll be hitting people a lot farther away. You'll be getting recoil control, gun kick control, so this is another great option. Both of these barrels right here are definitely the best ones. Very similar to the MCW. Moving on to the ammunition, we're rocking the high grain rounds. This is kind of the attachment that a lot of the pro players are using, a lot of just streamers, YouTubers are using, because it is just that good. You get bullet velocity increase, and you also get a damage range increase. The only thing you trade off with it is recoil control. So if you can manage recoil, if you can make a gun have a little bit more recoil control, but then also use this attachment, it's literally unstoppable. Moving on to the magazine, the 40 round mag. Once again, guys, you want to make sure you have enough bullets in your clip to take out however many enemies in front of you without having to worry to reload. You get stuck in a situation where you're reloading, you can't reload, someone comes around a corner, boom, they're dead. They catch you off guard. It happens all the time, so this is definitely an essential attachment. Moving on to the stock, the RB Adel Assault stock. This will help out with that recoil control and gun kick control. Once again, I was talking about this earlier with those high grain ammunition rounds. You lose out a little bit more recoil control, so just to kind of bring that back up, this is a great attachment. And lastly, I wasn't a huge fan of the iron sights for this gun, so definitely throw on the slate reflector, but also some other really good options are the Slim Line Pro. That's another really good one. The Cronin Mini Pro is another good optic as well. And then also a lot of people are running the MK3 reflector. It kind of reminds me of like a more like futuristic Black Ops 3 scope, so definitely consider rocking this one. Now, the most recent update, the Holger actually did receive a nerf, but as you can see, it's still a top tier assault rifle. They nerfed it, but they didn't nerf it as much as they probably should have, so this is definitely one of the best ARs to use, obviously for long range, short range, and medium range. Next on our list, we have probably one of my favorite SMGs to use in this game, and we have the Rival 9. If you're not using this gun, you are seriously missing out. Starting off with the barrel, I love running the Rival C Clear Shot barrel. This will give you aiming idle sway, but mainly bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil control. This SMG is honestly pretty small. It's really good up close, so just to kind of increase it for those medium to long range engagements, this is definitely the barrel you're gonna want to rock. I've seen some people will also use stuff like this one, the Rival IGS, which gives you an integrated suppressor. It helps out with the recoil control, gun kick control, but I always see myself going back to the clear shot. Next on our list, you guessed it, for the muzzle, the Shadow Strike suppressor. Easily the best suppressor in the game, no cons, and you stay off the radar. Moving on to the magazine, I love running the 50-round drum. You definitely could use the 40-round mag, but when I used the 40-round mag, I felt like there still wasn't enough bullets. This thing definitely has a fast fire rate. You're going to be depleting that ammunition pretty quickly. So in my opinion, the 50-round drum was really, really good, and I found more success with it. Next up, guys, for the rear grip, the Rival Vice Assault Grip. This will help out with more gun kick control, firing aim stability, and recoil control. Like I said, this gun has some recoil to manage, so this will really help you out. And lastly, for the stock, more gun kick control, recoil control with the EXF Close Quarters Assault stock. You definitely want to run this, definitely control that recoil. It will just be a little bit easier to manage. Maybe you're not as experienced with controlling recoil, so this will really give you guys a fair shot. Overall, man, definitely one of my favorite SMGs to use. You guys can see this class setup now has 0 recoil, really good up close, really good at medium ranges. Those long range engagements, you're probably gonna want to try to avoid. So make sure when you're using this gun, try to stay in those close to medium range engagements, and you will have a lot of success with this SMG. I know this was a top 5 video, but I want to give you guys one extra class setup, and we're going to be taking a look at the longbow sniper rifle. Starting off with the laser, the FSS Ole V laser. This laser, I believe, comes from MW2. And next up for the ammunition, we're going to be running the high grain rounds. This will actually increase the bullet velocity and damage range. I'm sure you guys know by now. For the rear grip, the Demo 650 grip. This will increase the ADS speed once again. We're really focusing on ADS speed, making this the fastest, most quick scoping class setup you can run in MW3. For the bolt, we have the SAM quick bolt. This will make sure you have more rechambering speed so you can shoot faster with this gun. And the fire rate on this gun is already pretty insane. For the stock, we're going to be running the no stock attachment. Obviously, you lose out on a tremendous amount of gun kick control and recoil control. But guys, when you're quick scoping, it's not going to really matter. So we're going for that sprint to fire speed, movement speed, aim walking speed, like just making this gun as fast as possible. Sniping in this game has been honestly a blast, so definitely give it a shot and let me know what you think. We gotta adjust over here. Wow. They're all just like chilling in the back of the plane here. Wait, the whole team is here. Bro, the whole team was there, my God. We good? Sprint over here. Damn, that guy was making a lot of noise. Let's see what the visor. Got this counter. Do I push this? Hostile bomb drone? Oof. Another guy back here. He ain't moving. Wait, there's a guy back there. I don't like that, man. I'm literally trying to play around the hard point, even though I know they're on it. I'm just trying to play like around it. Ooh. All right, we got the events. Definitely need that event. Can I reload first? Brother. Knew that guy was climbing up. We gotta go a little crazy right here, fellas. There's one. Oh my God. Come on. Come on. Oh! Wait. Oh, teammate, you were executing him? Bro, you cannot be doing that. I'm gonna take your kill. 28. Oh, I got a kill. This is suicide. This is bad, dude, because they could spawn on me. I literally knew it. Bro, I literally... At that point, man, it's just knowing spawns. Oh, I gotta call this in. Oh my God, the game's literally about to end. Let me see it coming in. Let me see it coming in. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. GG. Drop a like and subscribe.